Alrighty, hello, welcome back to more Power Wash Simulator. It's been a hot minute after going through some personal stuff and then getting sick. I'm feeling much better now, and I finally have time to sit down and actually record. So we're gonna jump on in, we're gonna continue on with the career mode, and we got the Nouveau house, which I believe is French for new? Ah, yes, okay, so this is from Camilla Jackson. Oh, you're here. Fantastic. This house has been a blight on the street for ages. Honestly, if he wasn't such a good lawyer, we'd sue him for the lost valuation to our collective property. Not to mention the damage he's doing to Buckingham's chance of becoming Town of the Year. Barclay Street is front and center of the mayoral processional route, as I'm sure he's aware. Don't worry about getting evicted. We've checked all the local laws. It's perfectly legal for you to be here, so let's start getting washing. So they don't want to evict the lawyer, they just want to have his house cleaned. So apparently they're paying us to clean the house, which is perfect. I'm also trying to do a little bit different style. I'm trying to figure out what works on the channel and what doesn't. And one of the things I keep seeing is more calmer videos where people don't yell or laugh eccentrically like I do. But we're going to try and be a little bit more calm, give it a more cozy, chill vibes, and just let the game be the cozy relaxingness that it is. So right off the bat, I believe it's just this part. Yeah. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Alan Wake 2 house for the nursing home. But that is me. All the little cats around. I don't believe there is an achievement for this level. Yeah, from my understanding, there isn't one. So let's hop up here. Wait, I also remembered that we do have new equipment we might be able to buy. Because we're at 3,700. So we can buy the Urban X2. Which we really don't have enough for the next part up, which is the Vista 3. That's 5,000. So maybe after this job. Alright, let's get up to the roof and we'll start from the roof down. I also need to check audio levels to make sure that the game is hearable and it's just not so loud in your ears, trying to make sure that I'm just slightly louder than the background, but you guys can still hear it. There's the adaptive nozzle. Wait, Wishy, you know whose house you're cleaning, right? Alright. Harper, you think that you would tell us what we are currently washing? Oh my god, I didn't even think that. I forgot to plug in the headphones, so I didn't. I am very sorry if you heard that twice. I kind of forgot that I didn't have headphones in for a second. I just started recording and not realizing that it was a little bit loud. So if you heard it twice, I am very sorry. That is not something you should be hearing. But should be fixed now. No, I do not know what house we're cleaning, Harper. We just know that it is one of the lawyer's houses. Let's clean that off. I think we did a pretty good job with that. Alright, now let's put soap back on. Okay, so even with the extender, we can only go so far. So we might have to do it a little bit different. Which is fine, because we're gonna have to move this anyway. Am I the only one who still prefers the scaffolding over the lift? I always feel like I can never get the lift where I want it to be. And maybe that's me. No, but we've been trying different styles for videos here. We've been doing the jump cuts, the kind of keep everything going. And I don't know what works best yet, but I think if we market this one, and I've been getting them so much of like videos you can sleep to or just chill and relaxing background noises, and market it as that, then maybe it will gain a little bit more traction. Maybe. Alright, yeah, I don't think we're gonna get much more than this. I think we're at the point where we have to either go down a level. Yeah. Hey, I am more excited at the fact that I did not forget the controls of the game after not playing it for like a month. But yeah, March was just the month from the underworld. And it was not getting any better. Between having problems with the house that are taken care of, but we're waiting for permits to be able to actually fix them. And then my dog of 17 years. I mean, hold on. Xavion Lesage, the legendary lawyer. Apparently, they were all set to take down the mayor years ago. But after being foiled by a dirty jury, he got so disillusioned that he went into seclusion. It's never been there since. Oh, okay, so there's actually that. But in March, my dog of 17 years, unfortunately, we had to make the decision, and that's been tough. And then a couple weeks later, we started getting sick. Then that went through the house. I actually just got somewhat over being sick. I still have some post-sick ailments, but I was going to record so much like last week and just didn't because I was sick. Let's make sure we get that. But it is mostly all better now. And now it's just hoping that we can return to somewhat of a normal schedule. There we go. Honestly, this is actually not that bad of a house. I mean, it's pretty standard of just go up and then clean the sides. I don't think... Do we need the extender? Nah. Okay, we might need the extender. So, adapter. To help clean that part. I love the adaptive nozzle. Just being able to scroll and much. And like, I wanted to have all of Power Wash Simulator done. At least 2 by the time the Adventure Time DLC or the first free DLC, the Caldera Files, came out. And yeah, both are out, and we're still about a quarter way through the game, so there was something that was brought up as an option that I haven't done yet, and I don't know how you guys would feel, in which that during these really, really long levels, really, you won't let me place it there? Alright. during some of these really long levels of bringing in some people from my streaming community who play the games as like a second hand to help clean up so the levels don't take like 4 hours to do. But I don't know. And then I feel like you would lose some of like the satisfaction of it. Hey, you guys should just be happy that I'm not cleaning like a menace anymore. Because that was an issue. Right. This wall is almost done. Alright, Wishy, do you think you should ask Xavier if he's okay to be here? My golden rules never get out on the bad side of good people. I'll reach out. Oh, so they're saying that he lives in here and I'm cleaning his house and they have no idea that I'm even here. I don't want to upset people by cleaning, you know? Alright. I hate to say it, but I think we need the scissor left because it's smaller. Alright. It might get to a point where I have to go physically on the roof for this. But right now we're doing a pretty good job so far. Not bad for not having soap on it either. I think that also makes it really nice is that it's not just completely in your face with the dirt. Do. Yeah, because all of this is connected. Alright, let's bring this down. Hey, it's actually working today, though, the scissor lift. A lot of times it doesn't. But, I mean, I guess you can also put the scissor lift, like, here. Alright, yeah, I think we're at this point because, like, how, other than climbing up here, how do they expect you to clean this side? You know, it's just not doable. Alright, let's put soap on here. And we will get to cleaning. I love the leaves on here. Maybe that's a me thing. I love the little details in that. Right, there we go. And it is perfect. I say that, and then there's just complete sections just not covered. There we go. And look, it's our van right there. I love how you can get cosmetics for the van, but I don't know, with games like this, I feel like you should be able to get cosmetics, and it does make the game a little bit more fun, but like under the same level, because there is upgrades, I feel like you can't get them until you upgrade everything fully. Or is that just the RPG player in me? Oh, look how nice it is getting clean. I'm so happy that they reworked the soap than the first game. Should be better. I think we can extend this a little. Alright, now we can get it from this side. Alright. Xavier Lestrange, it's an honor. Want to make sure that you're fine with us being here today. I will admit, when you first started working, it was tempting to open a window, holler Pearson versus Klinsky 1975 at you, and have you escorted from the premises. But I actually do enjoy the ambiance. You know what, Xavier? I feel like I like the ambience too. Alright, I think we can widen the thing a little bit while we're right here. Try and clean this base while we're right here so we don't have to worry about doing it later. I mean, I'm going to get the other part done. It's just making sure we get what we can see. Nope. Alright, let's bring the soap back out, and then we just got to finish this part up here. But good on Harper and being like, oh, well, the town wants it clean. Who cares if this guy wants it clean? Like, good on her. I'm just like, I'm getting paid to do a job. That's all I'm here for. Alright, that should be good. Adaptive nozzle time. And just like that, this roof is going to be the cleanest roof in all of Buckingham. Did not mean to fall there, but it is A-okay. I'm assuming that, oh, okay, I was gonna say, I'm assuming that's not gonna be clean till I clean that side, but it ended up getting clean, so I am not complaining there. I'm assuming the roof won't be clean until I do the sides of it. Alright, but generally we're good. The next part, I guess, would be doing this facade, but we can use the scissor lift for it. and clean the backside. Not really worried about the other sides of this, just worried about getting this part done. The greenhouse is going to look... Sorry, I had to pause it for a second. So yeah, the point of what we're trying to do here is just get this clean, because the rest we can do from another angle. That's also another problem I have with the scissor lift, is I really don't like how if you fall you have to like pick it up or you have to lower it. Maybe that's a me thing, but I really don't enjoy that. There we go. Also, I love how we also have new job available. Thank you for the lag, though. Dirt Finder. Our mutual cleanup on the county continues apace. How soon can you get to the recreation grounds? Do you really want me to clean a helium balloon? Is that what that is? Yeah, I might have to hit it from below to get underneath there. While we're here, we might as well try and get the under done. Trying not to fall. That is the current goal. Alright, so that's clean. Can I get up here? Yes. So apparently we need to do the insides of here. Alright, there we go. Wait, nothing important. Make sure we get that trim. Put soap on here to make it a little bit easier. I also do really enjoy that the water sound changes by how thick or thin this wire is. That is such like a little nod that it's nice. I think we're actually at the point where we can get off of this. And we can just do it from down here. We'll start with this wall and work our way over to here. We have enough soap to do both of this, so we won't have soap to do past this, but for this part we're good. There we go. Put the adaptive nozzle back on. Okay, it also helps that I can detect this manner in which you've cleaned the first 49% of my house, that you intend to do a thorough job. Aw, so he's like, yes, you're at 49%, therefore I think that you will do a fine job at cleaning the house. I honestly thought that was a door. I was like, okay, why wasn't that proccing? Alright, we can move the scissor lift back over here. And we can clean this side now. And so far, this side of the greenhouse is done. Alright, now let's move the scissor lift yet again. And we are just about almost done with the level. I say that when we still got 2 places still left to clean, but as a whole, I think this level is going pretty good. For Power Wash Simulator, it is very not much annoying. There is some levels that are just really annoying to do, and this isn't one of them. Look, nothing will beat the treehouse from the first game. That was just a pain. Alright, let's bring the adaptive nozzle back. Alright, and with that, 2 of the 3 sides are done. Alright, I don't think for this we're going... Okay, we might need a ladder for this. I'm saying might, we might not. It depends on how well the extender I can get in there. Okay, we are out. Well, with the adapted nozzle, we did not need the extender. Okay. Well, no, we didn't need the extender, but we didn't need to go on scaffolding. Alright, curious. Several hairs from a British shore have been transferred from Europe's person to my windowsill. It appears you're in still possession of the mayor's cat. Ooh. So at least we now know Ulysses is a British shorthair. Look at us getting lore about our cats. There are cats now. The old mayor abandoned them. I was wondering why that wasn't proccing, and then I realized that the window in that, I thought that window sill around was its own thing, and it wasn't just, oh no, it's just the wall. So I was like, why isn't that proccing? It's like, the reason it's not proccing is because it is part of the wall. So for this part, I'm really gonna say that we're gonna try and do it from here, but I'm pretty sure we're going to need to use at least this part, yeah. Gonna have to use the scaffolding to get this top part through. Because I did not even realize that there was a balcony here. meant to fall. But hey, at least if it was the scissor lift, I would have to redo it all. And that is not the case here. Alright, so we're gonna just get this part done. Nozzle. It is the plan to go over on the balcony and clean it when we're there. I'm just trying to get a little bit done while we're right here. So is Xavion about that? The mayor's been demanding Eucilus back, but where do we stand? But the mayor's been gone for a while. So you're saying because we don't have an actual certification that says that he gave it to us. Yep, I meant to fall. They're saying that he has a case for getting the cat back. But it's okay. Everyone will love us. How can the town's favorite power washer not be loved enough to keep the cat that the mayor abandoned? You know? Alright, so we don't need anything else up here. Alright, hold on. We actually have some flat area, which means we get to bring out the swirl. God, I love this thing. Though it does not like corners so much. I think we're okay to go down. Right. Get this last bit of so far. I no longer need you you here. So you can go there. And yeah, let's clean up the last bit of our mess. Make sure we can get the undersides of things. I was wondering when we're gonna run out of soap. Put that the nozzle again. Let's get this nice red wall done. And then we get to use the Trablet of Truth to tell us what we're missing. Which, to be honest, I honestly don't think we gonna be that far off. Make sure we're not leaving any dirt around. And then we get to finish the last 8%, which I believe is just going to be this part here. And just like that, the red walls are done. We got 5% left to do, and a lot of it's going to be this door. A little bit more pressure to get that up. here. Alright, all that's left is the floor. And let's not clean the floor with the swirl. Oh, it does not like the crevices. Alright. Alright, so Tablet of Truth telling me balcony, barrier bolsier, balcony door handle, and rear dormer frame. Apparently, there is a door handle that is not clean. So let's take care of that. And then this says this isn't clean. Specifically this frame. Okay. There we go. Oh, the camera is such in a perfect position for this. I love how I just sit there and float. I was rather hoping to employ the hilarious refrain "you missed a bit" and back it up with photographic evidence, but you didn't, so I can't. Impressive. Alright, so we got more. We got 60 power wash point bonus, and we got $750. So we're going to be about one job less than upgrading our thing. Alright, let's go back home, and this is when I say thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed a little bit more different style. Hopefully this was a lot more chill than it normally is. But thank you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the next one.